Hello guys, welcome to another video. Today we had a fair few bigger upgrades and drops that I'm looking forward to show to you. But let's start from the top. Throughout the next day, obviously I fought some gorillas to steal their delocious and then went to grind some blood wolves in hopes of a Cactunac or Ruin's Ring. None of those dropped, and Garmoth was coming up, so I packed up to go Garmoth. During which Beg spawned, which meant we are doing a boss train. The rewards were nothing too spectacular, but fail stacks and auras are always welcome. I also got an Easter egg knowledge drop, I guess, golden picking knowledge from a dim tree ad. As I was in Velia, and I had a lot of energy, but didn't really feel like doing some wild amount of gathering, I decided to roll Night Vendor and got a Basilisk Belt. W. Then I decided to finally deal with the actual food cooking bit. For my Delosia juice plan I needed some fruits, so it was a trip to Calphion to buy some. As the same vendor also sells vegetables, I reckoned since for a simple cron meal I do need to craft some pickled vegetables, my fairly shallow knowledge of lifeskilling does cover the bit where I need vegetables for the pickled ones, so I bought some paprikas and used the storage to ship them over to Glish to save myself an extra trip. Then I bought a bunch of strawberries as they're the cheapest fruit on the vendor, some apples because Delosia juice says it needs apples and I didn't want to risk needing another trip, and made my way back to Glish. In Glish I realized that I also need purified water for Delosia juice and I can't use mineral as a substitute apparently, so I went ahead and gathered up some river water, filtered it, and tried to craft some juice. I then realized I need to level up my cooking skill to skilled 1 in order to be able to craft Delosia juice, and as I didn't have any grains to make vinegar for pickled vegetables and my chicken meat is in Velia, I decided to hold off on it and go to Hadel to rent out some farms and realized that there is no proper seed vendor in Hadel. So I went to Calphion again to buy the specific seeds I wanted, which were pepper, hot pepper, and even hotter onions. I set up my farms next to Glish, planted my seeds, and went for Zarka as it was coming up. As I rolled up to the shrine, strong nostalgia hit me when I saw the shitty T6 horses parked in front, as this is a scene I haven't witnessed in a while. Then I was reminded that it wasn't 2017 anymore and nightmare bosses exist. I tagged the nightmare Zarka and hit around the corner until it died. Obviously, I underestimated my power, as my hit apparently put me in the luxury loot bracket of players, giving me a Nightmare Zarka box, which unfortunately gave just the base, but I'm still happy with it. While my enhancing experience wasn't too thrilling, since it's my main weapon, on the bright side, restoring its durability is relatively unnecessary, as I seem to not use basically any of the main weapon durability during combat. The change from Leverta to Zarka gave me a lot of accuracy, not that I was missing any, but also changed the bonus from critical hit plus 3 to attack speed plus 3, which meant I needed to redo my crystals. Since I earlier picked up wheat from my Hadel storage, I went ahead and made some vinegar and pickled vegetables, which I will most likely end up eating, as it does increase my gathering speed and max health. As this wasn't enough to push me to skilled cooking, I went ahead and set up a transport for the cooking materials from Velia, and in the meantime did my farms and processing that I had to do for my. The farming blush leaves are absolutely fantastic for boosting contribution. I will however eventually want to put workers so the plants grow reasonably fast. As I had stones and fail stacks, and I also had full durability bag gloves, I went ahead and enhanced them as well as I could. And to be honest, it came out far better than I expected. While I know Blade Bowquest is screaming at me, I am not the wagon type, so I chose to invest my CP into Hadel storage for quality of life. I chose to put the memory fragments I've accumulated into my Beck's gloves to avoid repair runs, as they were sitting on miserable durability. While I was in town, I decided to cook up some more food for my definitely not volunteering workers. And as this took me to skilled, I also whipped up a few batches of Delosia juice for the monster AP buff and to have a combat grind food that I can chow down all the time. With that, I was somewhat done with my town business, and as my energy was empty, I had to go do some combat. I chose Nagas and picked up the energy regen villa buff along the way. As I realized that I had already done around 6 to 8 hours of Nagas without a syrup, I wanted to try my luck with the Naga Gatekeeper, as I remember it dropping syrups like candy. I went in very careful, as the same day we had 2 deaths to Kadri Gatekeeper from players with more DP than me, and I felt caution was in order. The fight took forever, and for the last bit Iron Arrow came to help out, as Kudum was coming up and he was around the corner. As I remembered, he does indeed drop syrup like candy, as I did indeed get a syrup necklace and 3 Yona fragments. The fight took a total of 41 minutes, and the Gatekeeper respawned the instant he died, so we ran off to Kudum. As I didn't feel like going back to Nagas, I decided to listen to Oskan and go to Kadri's for a change. However, after about 40 minutes of Kadri, Weebuk asked if anyone was down for some Basilisk. As Basilisk Belt sounds far more attractive than Kadri Ring, I decided to go for some Duo Basilisk grinding. This paid out massively as I got 2 belts in the hour, and Rebook was a champion and ran demi-human detection and fury elixirs for us, while all I had to do was share my 5 AP Delosia juice. Naturally, the first thing I did was run to Velia, grab the 3rd belt and smash them all together. Happy with my enhancing, I went on to prune my farms for those blush leaves, and as organ extraction didn't seem to be very good for sharp stones, I decided to give lumbering and mining a go. These two also didn't bring much luck with sharp stones, and I felt tired and decided to call it a night. And that wraps up this video. Hopefully you like the content, and if you do, please like, comment and subscribe, as this helps give the videos more visibility and helps grow the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.